there's no voice of hers anywhere.
There really isn't.
Oh, there has to. Oh, no, there is.
There's TV, but,
Yeah.
I think that she was really sort of putting it on.
She was putting it on, because when I heard that voice, I was like, that's not your voice.
I mean, I've seen lots of things that she wrote.
She had a charming, well-mannered, well-brought-up voice, and she kept it deep and she kept it low, and maybe that was because of a little insecurity. Like, I come from Staten Island. I've got this awful New York accent. There's no way I can hide it. But if she did have an accent, you never knew. Mm-hmm. She could kind of, I don't know, she just had a great voice. She had a great pitch, a great tone. She wasn't like squeaky or anything like that. She could be girly and giggly, but it was always, she was cool. Mm-hmm. That's it. She was beautiful and she was cool.
So what happened from there?
Well, you can't really blame, I mean, first of all, she makes, I can say that she hated to be alone. And I was once 17, living in New York City on my own, in my own apartment, and the first thing I did when I met a guy was move in with him. So she was doing exactly what I did, mm-hmm. and I'm sure all girls do. No one wants to live, I mean, when you're too young to live alone, you just want your own place, and it's fabulous, you have your own place. When you're too young, you don't, okay, now I'm here.
Right.
What do I do? And that's the predicament I think she was in. She shouldn't have been left alone.
Were you surprised she was alone?
No, because all kids that come to the city are alone. Back in those days, if you had $500 or $400 or even $200, you could get your own apartment.
Right, okay.
So, you're 17, 18, 16 years old, you're in the city, you're alone, but it's awful. Mm-hmm. So I think she basically wanted to be with me because she could not stand to be alone. And I left her alone. I was not the prying type, unfortunately, Stephen.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, I would have had a lot more to say about her. Or maybe not. But if she went to the bathroom and closed the door for 2 hours, mm-hmm. I let her do whatever she wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I just never bothered her, and that's why I think she felt I was her opposite of what her mother would be.
Right. But do you think that there was a maternal aspect of your relationship?
I thought about that. I thought about that once when I decided on the spur of the moment, let's go to St. Bart's. And so there I am in my burgundy fur coat, and she's in her ripped jeans and her teddy bear. And this is 1979. St. Bart's, only a few people had ever been there. Mm-hmm. It was really a hot place, but not yet.
Right.
Everyone knows what it is today. I can't even remember who told us to go there. But maybe Vogue must have been doing private shoots there, and I had heard about it. Mm-hmm. And I decided, let's just go. And we got tickets and went. And I felt like the anti-name, mm-hmm. And when we got on the plane, the stewardess started not flirting with her, but taking care of her, because mm-hmm. that's how she was. She was the kind of kid that you would take care of.
Why? Because she seemed like she couldn't take care of herself?
She just looked she would have these big brown eyes, like, I don't know why, but I was sleeping here and the stewardess was taking care of her the whole time. She had things she had to go, I don't know if it was water, wine, whatever it was, the stewardess was at her beck and call sweetly, the whole time. She mm-hmm. wasn't annoying. Mm-hmm. But I remember that.
In the business. And everybody I talked to when I was doing the book had sort of endless speculation about your relationship. So what was your relationship?
Honestly, the relationship was platonic. No. The relationship was fun, protective. Mm-hmm. It was whatever she wanted it to be. But also, I mean, I would be dating guys. She didn't understand that. So it was a lot of like, we didn't know what.
Was
the
it weird for
relationship-
you to be with a girl?
Well, actually, Polly Mellon lived right next door to me. So she used to see us gallivanting out at night, running down the street, going to discos or whatever. And it was, for me, because I've got a little of that bad side of me, it was kind of cool. You know, it was kind of cool. But when it came to like the absolute reality, I know that it's like a fantasy. Would you two still be together today? And I mean,
Do you think about that?
not really, but there was a moment in time when I said, let her whatever she wants, I'll give her, because she was so, you know, I loved the girl so much, and it was not sexual, it was the way women love women, which you got to ask Camille Paglia, because she knows way more about that than I do. But it was a feeling of you love to be with that person, and it's all about that. But I will say something that the mom said once, and no one believed her, but Gia was a kid.